Alrighty. Canada versus the United States for the gold medal in women's hockey. Don't have a lot of confidence in this game, as Canada's record against the States is bad in women's hockey. Probably most likely due to selection, but we're going to see how it goes. All right, let's see here. Canada moving through neutral ice. And offside against Canada. Gold medal game. I'm worried about this game. I'm very worried about this game because the States has looked really, really good. Shots just 1-0 for the States right now. 17:30 left in the first. USA with it, neutral ice. They're moving through. Puck's kind of bouncing around as Canada takes possession. Canada's going to move that through center. They're going to put it all the way down the ice. Canada comes in. They got the puck behind the net, looking for options up to the points. Shot, and that's going to get blocked into the corner as the States pick it up. And they'll move to make their breakout. Fillier tries to get that. She'll miss it as the States pick that up. And they put that into the offensive zone. Canada picks it up. Tries to kind of skate with it through, like, near the front of their net. Bad decision. And the USA will take that in the neutral zone. They get over center, and they'll shoot that all the way down, and Canada will cover it. Heading to downtown Y to finish my food, then go to the the steam room. Oh, there you go. Puck kind of bounces up, and the States will put that on net. Canada picks that up. They're moving through neutral ice. They're going to dump that down low, just kind of towards the net. And this will get covered. And there will be a face-off in the U.S. zone. Face off in the American zone. That will go back up to the point for Canada, and they'll put that down low. And Marie-Philippe Poulin has it. She works through the side. She'll get a shot off, and the States will get that out as it goes kind of down the ice for Canada's defenders to pick that up. That'll get put up, and the States will intercept that. The Americans now on offense, moving that around, trying to find an option towards the net. They'll move on to the side, and they're going to dump that down behind. U.S. has it, trying to look for a woman in the slot, but Sarah Fillier will stop that, and Canada will get the cover. And I don't mean like Fillier, like she's not the goalie. I mean like she stopped it, like just with her stick, and then the goalie covered. Alrighty. Sorry, just right now, posting live on our socials. And the U.S. moving through, past the defender, nice save there for Canada. Shots are 3-2 in favor of the Americans, with 14.5 left in the first. They put a shit ton of gravy on the food. Yeah, I saw the photo you sent. Oh! And the U.S. is going to take the first penalty of the game. Too many women on the ice. So Canada will go to the power play here. You got to imagine the officials were being a lot more careful about this after seeing what happened in the Canada-Czechia men's game the other day, where 8 players were on the ice for Czechia when they scored. That's right, not 6, 8. If you look at the camera above the net, there were still 2 guys that were going off for a line change that were still on the ice. It was 8 players, ridiculous. So, minute 40 left in the man advantage, and Canada will pick that up. Sarah Fillier has it. She's going over the blue line. She'll dump it down. She'll pick it up herself. She picks it up behind. USA using a bit of a pressure-filled box for their penalty kill. Shot towards the net. That's going to go into the side. And U.S. really pressuring. Poulin puts that aside. Fillier has it. She's looking for the front of the net, but that's going to be a bouncing puck back to the defender. Canada has it on the side for Poulin. Back to the point. Canada, shot. That's going to get blocked, as Canada will pick that up once again. Fillier misses it, and the States will pick it up. However, they can't get it out. Canada still has it. Minute left in the power play. Canada has it on the point. Across. Poulin puts that on the side. Back up for Poulin. She's going to miss that, though, and that'll get over the blue line, and the Americans are going to change at least 3 out of their 4 defenders. They didn't get it. It didn't get out much, but it was enough for the U.S. to get a change. They're going to throw that all the way down the ice. 30 seconds left in the man advantage for Canada. USA using a very high pressure system here. Now, battling down low. Canada gets that out. Up to the point. Shot towards the net. And they're whacking away at it, and they can't quite get it in. Close chance there for Canada, though. Oh, and it goes back to the point, and she just misplays it. And that'll go over the blue, and that will make the penalty expire. However, Canada's getting an opportunity here, stepping in here. And they'll have to throw that down low. Up to the point. Canada tries to put that low. I think that goes off a body, though. As that shot kind of went into the bench. Too many women on the... Yeah, I'm so used to saying the man advantage. Too many men on the ice. I'm not. It's... Nothing against the women that are playing. It's just... I'm so used to saying it. My apologies.
Am I buying heritage tickets?
Yeah, I'd be down. Yeah, absolutely.
Did you see my text?
Yeah, I'd be interested. Yes. Yeah. Is that the emo boy? What do you mean? Something on the... You talking to me? 12 minutes left in the first. Shots are tied at 4 apiece. Canada had a power play. Got a close chance on there, but Americans with their high pressure were able to mitigate most of it. And the Americans will put that all the way down. It's going to be a race for the puck there. Canada will win the race. They'll be icing against the States. No. Oh, you're talking who was talking? No, that was my dad who was talking. Zach is not here. And the Americans make their breakout. Trying to get around. Got to be careful there, Lorock. Almost took an interference. Not quite, though. Battling in the Canadian zone in the corner. Lorock battling for it. That's going to go into the opposing corner as the Americans pick it up. Canada pressuring. They won't get it, though. U.S. gets it. They got it up at the point. American shot from the point. Gets kind of half blocked and goes into the corner. Lorock moves that around for Canada. That's going to go off a stick and out of play. Yeah. Poulin is the greatest women's hockey player of all time. Like, the Americans have a better team here, unless Canada happens to win, which, like, I truly believe the Americans are the better team in this game. However, they don't have Marie-Philippe Poulin. And not saying that will be the game changer. I'm saying when you got the GOAT, you never know. I expect that the Americans will probably win this game. I'm really hoping for Canada, though. Whereas I think if we end up with Canada versus USA in the men's, I have a lot more faith in Canada. Boo. Hey, what are you booing me for? I'm not cheering for the Americans. I don't like the Americans. I want the Americans to lose. I'm just saying, if you look at the rivalry series, and you look at the game that they played before, Canada didn't even look close. So far, though, it's looked pretty even. Of course, gotta imagine the thing frustrating for the Americans is that 2022 gold medal that Canada has. Puck down in the American corner. Jostling trying to pick that up, can't. And the Americans will grab it. And Canada picks that up. They'll put that up the side wall. That'll go off a body, and I thought that was offside, but okay. Canada picks that up. A bad pass to the neutral zone, and they'll dump that down. Canada going for a change, while the States will make their breakout. Did a good job of cutting that through in the neutral zone, and Canada will start their forecheck. Can't really retain possession, though. Kind of going back and forth in the neutral zone quite a bit. No team really able to get kind of good possession here. However, two Canadians down in the corner. We'll take that from Keller. Now battling down in the U.S. zone. U.S. will make the breakout. They'll lose that. They'll go through the neutral zone, and Canada dumps that back down. Canada's playing a lot of dump and chase hockey. The problem is that Canada is a slower team just because they selected an older roster, so they don't have the speed the Americans do. Don't know how well that'll bode for dump and chase hockey. So we're going to have to see how this goes. But it's dump and sometimes chase, sometimes not. Here we go here. Canada getting a 2-on-2. She's going to try to beat him wide. Gets the puck towards the net, but there's nobody there to pick it up. Puck at the point there. It'll go off a glove and into the corner here. Canada on offense. Canada has gotten a bit more offensive pressure than the States have. They certainly have the experience. Shot towards the net. There's a lot of traffic there. If that got through, that could have been a really dangerous chance, but that gets blocked as the States will dump that down and get themselves a change. U.S. line had been out there for quite a while. They are pretty tired. States try to pick that up, and Poulin puts that back for Fillier, who dumps that down the ice. Canada pressuring, and Watts will put that up and put that down low. Oh, I see we have a clanker in the chat. And battle in the corner here. The U.S. picks it up, and they'll make that breakout. Nice play by the Canadian defenseman to break that up. Canada playing well so far. Watts tried to put that down, couldn't get it. Canada's kind of been controlling the play as of right now, and they got to be careful there because the U.S. woman got out of the box and took the pass. I think that actually might have been another too many men penalty or too many women penalty because the other person had not gotten off the ice. But it is what it is. They already got one power play. Canada shot from the point. Oh my goodness, lots of pressure. They couldn't quite get it in though. Really close chance for Canada here. It's funny, it won't count on the shot count because it ended up missing. But Canada entering the zone once again, back up for the defender. Kind of gets pressured at the point, muscled off the puck, but Canada will pick it up in the neutral zone. Turnbull puts that back, and Canada dumps that down low. Pressuring for it. Turnbull has it in the corner. She's getting some pressure, puts it towards the net, and Poulin gets a shot, and another shot on the net, and there's a close chance. A couple close chances here for Canada. Really close chance there for Canada. Sorry, and that was Emily Clark with the big chance, not Poulin. I got 26 and 29 confused.
The United States have pushed each other to worry this every meeting, this week. Today, chapter in this rivalry. Americans favorites, Canada the underdogs, but they have
And this will go all the way down, icing against Canada. Shots are currently 5-4 in favor of Canada, with 6:27 left in the first period.
this game, she's 70% in the dot. The notice that she lost if you only won one of five. Well, those loves, they've been swapped out. So, face off.
And for those who haven't, there's the link to the Discord. Make sure you guys join up below to see when all we're streaming, and then also a lot of good just kind of sports chatter over there. So join the Discord if you haven't already. Also leave a like, share around the stream, and subscribe if you haven't already. As we're sitting at 3 likes, let's get that up to 5. We appreciate all the support you guys have given all of our live streams we've done here for hockey in the Olympics, both men's and women's. And Ella Shelton gets that down for Canada. And that will go down, and Jocelyn Larocque grabs that. However, they lose possession there, and the Americans get it. They tried to look for a pass into the slot, but it wasn't there. And Julia Gosling goes after it. Sarah Nurse has it. She puts that onto the side. Gosling again. Back to the point. Shelton gets a shot. That gets blocked in front. And the States will shoot that into the neutral zone. Canada careful to get up on the boards and prevent too many women on the ice penalty. And, oh, close chance there as Canadians pressured. That was Brianne Jenner pressuring the defenseman there. Wait. Play's blown down. Why is the play blown down?
You'll notice that Mary Philippe Poulin has written her first, your last, our best on the tape of her hockey stick. Well, it's a mantra the team developed after the Beijing Olympics, and for some players, this is their first Olympics. For others, they don't. What's next? The PWHL has made competition hockey talent coming up with and this phrase reminds them if they'll have to compete for a gold medal. So take the time to be proud of yourself and share this moment together.
This is why I don't like going downtown. Too many people trying to act tough. Yeah, downtown Winnipeg is not a fun place. I'm not gonna lie. It's kind of sketchy. And Desbian makes a save there as Canada picks that up. And Turnbull's going to put that down. However, that will kind of bounce around and go the other way. As Claire Thompson will make the pass up. And the Americans, there's going to be a delayed penalty against the States here. And Canada, once again, is going to the power play. And this is going to be 2 minutes for tripping here. And Dunn is going to the box for the Americans. So, yeah. No, that's the right call. Cuts him right at the knees. Did you see what I said in the server? I may or may not have. I don't know. There's a billion things you've said in the server. So, I'll check it later, though. Power play for Canada. Face off in the U.S. zone. Canada wins the draw. Oh my god, it goes back, but she loses possession, and the Americans pick it up. They're on a breakaway. She's pressuring. Thank goodness. Stop that chance. Kind of fumbled the ball at the blue. Fumbled the puck at the blue line. I said fumbled the ball because when I say fumble, I'm used to thinking football. Holy crap. Fumbled the puck at the blue line, and it nearly cost Canada while they were on the power play. There you go. And that's Ella Shelton who moves that in. And Spooner puts that up to the point. Shelton moving that across. Poulin with a shot towards the net. Barely goes wide, but very close. Poulin tries again, and that's going to go all the way down the ice. As Desbian stops it for Canada. She'll put that over for Erin Ambrose. She'll let that fall in front of her, but it goes back for Ambrose. Canada in their own zone looking to make a breakout here. A minute left in the man advantage. Or woman advantage, sorry. And Erin Ambrose puts that down. And there was a little bit of a high hit there. However, the States are going to keep that. And the U.S. are in the offensive zone. Reminder, they are shorthanded. Not looking very good of a power play for Canada, but they're finally going to get this down. As Malte gets that down for Canada. Canada keeps that in. Puts that onto the side for Claire Thompson. Shot towards the net. Close chance there. And a good save there for the U.S. As Canada, after not generating very much, does finally generate something. And the U.S. will get it. They're going to put that all the way down. And that will most likely kill off the rest of the power play here. Yep, right there. And now Canada going down. They'll put a shot towards the net, and it'll get saved and go into the corner there. Fillier going after it. Or, sorry, Turnbull. I look like a 1 moves a 4. This is going into the corner here. Oh. Both teams battling hard. Playing aggressive there. And Turnbull's going to get that up. And Renata Foss gets that out. Sarah Nurse has it. Nurse going down. And a shot towards the net. And that will be covered up.
To safety. Nice job by number 18 to recover. Thompson looking for Malte.
And the U.S. has that at the point. There's going to be a shot towards the net, and that'll get saved into the corner. Lots of battling in front. Oh! This game's getting aggressive here. With just a minute 15 left in the first period, shots are 8-6 in favor of Canada. Canada's gotten 2 power plays so far.
Olympic gold against Canada. Jackson down. Second Super tries for the stretch pass to Watts.
All right, there's a delayed penalty here against Canada now, right at the end of the first period. Americans have that at the point. They'll get a shot towards the net, and that'll go off a Canadian stick, and there's going to be two here, most likely for... It's going to be hooking against Canada. So the U.S. will go to the power play for the first time this game.
Tripping call is earlier trying the puck to the net. Aaron makes the save, and it's going to go off to safety. Just badly Thompson. Americans, their first power play of the game, 20 in the tournament, so operating at 20% right now. Americans like to be this power play, 20 opportunities, the most out of any team in these Olympics. To show for it. Off the draw.
And the U.S. wins the draw there, but that gets blown dead, and we'll have to reset. And face-off happens again. Smart decision here by Turnbull. She's just going to drop on top of this puck, kill time. 5 seconds left here. Americans get a close chance there, but that's going to go wide. Goes up to the point again, and the time will expire. And that will be it for the first period as we go to intermission.
For over 25 years, access storage has been supported from coast to coast to the treasure safe. Access storage, sharp, tape, from master. The cashmere logo is locked stood for softness and strength. Symbol that stands for something soft, strong, and cashmere. Feel slow. She's a cause. Using your counter. Not yet.
Oh. Clanker.
Stream now on CBC Gem. When pain shows up, Tylenol is on your team. It's like me and a kind of even when that doesn't have your back. Tylenol Extra Strength. Pain MVP. Inspires a special type of technically always stays on your body. Still takes your breath after all this time. As Canada stares down, I can certainly protect Ontario.
Holy shit, we got some interesting news. So, Canada 3-2 wins. That would be very nice. So, we have some interesting news that makes this game even more tense. Hold on a second. I got to close this door here. One sec. So, in case you were wondering if this game, if this rivalry wasn't heated enough, if this wasn't a heated rivalry, as they would say, in the PWHL, there are numerous couples that play in the PWHL. Of course, Marie-Philippe Poulin and her partner, I don't even remember who it is. Kind of the most notorious one, because Poulin, you know what I mean? I didn't know those, but Caroline Harvey of Team USA and Daryl Watts were together and broke up 24 hours before this game. So this game is heated. Interesting. Just, I heard about that and just felt I needed to share it.
You make a mistake, and what do? You come back and you get that puck away from score on the breakaway. But listen, I gave it to the Canadian defense in their last game against the Swiss because I didn't think they were very sharp. This is their best game. This is that they're making to attack the neutral zone, speed, and then dump it. She sends Daryl. Check.
How we doing, folks? I've heard from Jason. I've heard from Sandlot. I want to hear from the rest of you guys. How you guys doing? Let's see. How many likes do we got on the stream? We got 3 likes on the stream. We can get 5. We can get 5, folks. We got 18 of you in the chat. 5 likes. Let's get it on the stream. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll be covering this game completely, as well as tomorrow, the semifinal with Canada and Finland. Which will be at 9:40 in the morning. Don't know if we'll cover the later one, but like the USA-Slovakia, but we'll for sure cover Canada-Finland. And then we will most likely be covering the bronze and gold medal games on Saturday, Sunday, whenever they end up doing it. I think it's Sunday, but I'm not sure. Oh. See, when I say I want to hear from people, I don't mean the clankers. I mean the real people.
The ruse right now. If you're the USA, you're feeling the pressure for the first time in this tournament. Canada's a good pump. That's their tournament. So there's a different sense in both these dressing rooms here moving into the second. Yeah, and I can really sense a different energy from Sarah Nurse, still searching for her first goal of the Olympics after being a points leader in Beijing.
Did Harvey break up with Daryl? I don't know who broke up with who. I know they broke up. I know that Harvey and Watts broke up like 24 hours before this game. Or at least the reports came out that around 24 hours ago. It's funny. I try not to like. I generally don't care too much about players' personal lives very much in a sense. Like, I mean, obviously, if something good happens, it's like, hey, yay, good for them. But I don't follow that crazy. I saw that and I'm like, wow, the gold medal game is today, so that's gonna be a little interesting. I can never escape the smell of weed. See, we got an air clanker. Got a lot of clankers today. I'm just right now making sure I got the player numbers down because I can't remember them. It'll be a lot easier to commentate actually remembering the numbers. I used ChatGPT for the first period, but I realized some of them were wrong. Um, so I'm right now actually going through and manually checking each player's number to make sure I got it.
skip a spot in the heading team Great Britain is ranked at these games. Toronto has been hit. Five points at the end. He falls, trying to sweep out the GB Stone. Let's see. He does touch it, but they all agree it was going out anyway. No harm. Sportsmanship from the kids, and I feel like once again it's slippery. So that's where that one also stands at the moment to keep an eye on that. So there you go. Canada with the hammer in the second and team skating with three. They're warming up like two. We will bring you that action.
Olympic presented by Wegovy. Ask your doctor for Wegovy. Visit savings.
High energy back and forth first period. Respect there between the two captains. The Americans will start that second period on the power play. Still no score in the tailgate. Watch hard across the country. Not together. Good gold medal game. To drop the puck. Second period next.
I swear these intermissions feel like they take forever.
Shopify integration turning data.
I just imagine the priorities by untouched real time. I decided SMS processing. Same account. Done.
Right.
Now I read.
Introducing Ritual, the latest in a long line from Espresso. Innovation, touch, sense, taste. In every single your coffee, your espresso. Sip for yourself.
Well, Katie Millian and USA Army's been strategic for long years in integrating youth and that star power is paying off. The Dolphins over Canada in one straight game.
Yeah. 2025 World Championships, Americans won 4 games, all 4 rivalry series, and the other one. So the U.S. has won the last 7 games between these two. But I will say, it's funny. It sounds like a bit of an excuse, but one point they make is a good point. The only game that matters out of the World Championships, the World Championships matter a little bit. The rivalry series, nice. The Olympic gold medal is the pinnacle of that. Matters more than all of those put together. So, all we can do is hope. And we are now in the second period, and the Americans will start with the power play. We got about a minute and a half left in this kill because of kind of what happened at the start there. Good play by O'Neill. Keep that out for Canada. And the U.S. has it, shot towards the net. Rebound there, close chance for the States, but they won't get it. Minute left in this power play. Canada's going to pick that up behind the net. And Fast is going to shoot that, and that's going to get out. Now the Canada is going to go down on a 2-on-1. Canada with a chance. Goes across. They score! Short-handed! Canada goes on the board. And it's 1-0. Natalie Spooner! Short-handed goal! Or was that Spooner? Or wait a minute. Or was that Laura Stacey? Sorry, I thought I saw 17. Laura Stacey puts that over for O'Neill, so that was O'Neill who scored from Stacey. I said Spooner thinking it was 17. No. Or, not Spooner. Why was I thinking Spooner? I gotta remember my numbers. 1-0 Canada. Good job. Nice. Canada really needed that first goal, you know. And the Americans have 20 seconds left in the power play, as they'll put that across, and Canada will get that out once again. Canada pressuring, they're throwing that across. Oh, big open ice hit by the States. Although I think it was more of two people running into each other, hence the no call, which... but this is blown down as it goes into the corner. Nice play for O'Neill. I actually feel so bad that I could... Oh, it was Spooner in the box. That's why they kept showing that camera. I'm like, why am I thinking... Nice. I'm a very happy man. It's a very good start. No, there's Ella Shelton in the box. And Ella Shelton will dump this down for Canada. Lots of Canada chance there in the arena. U.S. has at the point. They're going to dump that all the way down. Pressure from behind. Trying to get it. That's Bien on the side. But a good save made. And that is covered. And the States have that. Neutral zone. Shots are 9 apiece. Oh. We got a clanker in the chat again. A little bit of pressure here. There's a little bit of a rough up on Stacy, and Turnbull gets involved. Canada shoots that down. Both teams battling for it. This goes all the way down. Canada picks it up. Canada's playing well so far. Honestly. And Canada will pick this up in a decent spot. And this will go towards the American net as they put that around on the side wall. Fillier puts that down. Canada bouncing that puck around. Tries to get that towards the net. Can't quite get what they want, though. Really well. Really good passing here for Canada as Fillier puts that down low. And Canada will go for a change. And the U.S. will get a chance there, but they're going to roof that way over the net. So you'll get a stoppage in play. And Malte gets a shot towards the net, just barely goes over. Oh, we're getting some shoving behind the net. As Malte's right in the center of it. And the U.S. will bring that in. They'll put that towards the net, but they'll miss that behind. U.S. has that. Behind the Canadian net, they'll put that back up to the point. They'll lose that, though. And Spooner picks that up for Canada. She's going to go wide. And she'll kind of dump that down low to battle for it in the corner. And O'Neill skating through. She's going to dump that down low for Canada. And Canada will pressure. O'Neill tries to put that towards the net. That's going to bounce off a couple skates, and that goes into the corner. Wasn't sure where that was for a second. And Hillary Knight is going to get that out for the States. And Canada will put that down. Battling for it behind the net. And Turnbull goes after it as that goes into the corner. Canada picks that up once again. Puts that up to the point. Goes off a skate. Oh my God, USA with a crazy good chance and a fantastic save by Desbienne. And USA now pressing quite a bit on Canada here. Canada could really use a whistle, and this puck's going to go off the skate, and it's going to go out. And Sarah Nurse picks this up for Canada. Skating all the way down. Beats most of them, and gets thrown! And that one doesn't go in that, but yeah, goaltender, defenseman, forward, all crashing into the American net.
The Papers app welcomes online casino players, places to play, and places to pause with responsible gaming.
It's time and spending limits for us.
Very good. Deposit limits for excellent choice. Very deep. Papers, responsible gaming tools. Welcome to your online casino.
It's been unbelievable, and she got pulled in the game against the Americans. Just wants to get that left leg, and that's anticipating the play. There we go. I had to take the roster they announced and put all the numbers everywhere. Be much easier to call the game now. Face off in the offensive zone. Brian Jenner takes that. That's going to be a shot towards the net. As Malte goes after it. And the States will get that out. Shots are 11 apiece. 11:42 left in the second period. As Hillary Knight will skate after that. However, it's going to be icing against the Americans. Canada, the underdogs in this game because of the last 7 losses they've had to the States. Yet they are up 1-0 so far here in the second period.
Kristen O'Neill taking the draw here. She'll lose it here as Barnes gets it for the States. She'll skate out, put that through neutral ice, and the Americans are now in the offensive zone. They'll lose possession of that, though. And the Americans will put that down low. Battling for it. Canada's going to pick that up. Tries to get a breakout in there. As that's Julia Gosling going after that. The Americans put that down low. Keep that in. Got to be careful here. A couple close calls here for Canada. Nearly take a penalty. Claire Thompson in there. She gets the help from Sophie Jacques. This goes all the way down the ice. Gosling goes after it. The Americans make their breakout through neutral ice. They'll dump that down. Turnbull goes after it. She'll get help from Ella Shelton. And there's a bouncing puck goes near the net. Just got to be careful there. Claire Thompson battling on the sidewall. Turnbull helping out there, but the States are going to come out with it, and they're going to move towards the net, and Desbienne make a nice save, and it's going to go into the corner. Battling on the sidewall. An Americans get a shot that's going to go high, and that'll get blocked. And that'll go out of the zone. And the Americans this goes all the way down. Both teams battling for it. And Canada puts that low. I am going to have to get going for a quick second here. Got an important phone call I got to make. I will be back afterwards. Sorry about that, folks. Just had a phone call there. Actually, it was a very good phone call. It was some very good news. So, I got another phone call I have to make. I'll probably make it at intermission. Is the game going to be playing here? No. I legally can't show the game. I don't have the broadcast rights the way that CBC and TSN and Sportsnet does. However, we will be covering it. I do play-by-play, so you'll be fully filled in. My apologies for that. I'm tempted to call Zach Bison.
And it's been emotional because on Tuesday she asked her partner, speed skater, to marry her. And I asked Meg about the engagement. She told me about more better moments to do it at the Olympics.
So that gets put down. States move that up. About 5.5 minutes left in the second period. Shots are 16-12 in favor of the Americans. The Bison is now a meme in this community. Oh, God. O'Neill taking the draw for Canada in the U.S. zone. The Americans win the draw. Edwards putting that up the sidewall for Team USA. Canada picks that up, and they'll dump that all the way down. And played by the American goaltender. It was Ella Shelton with the dump in. Goes up here. Shelton puts that over for Stacy. And Poulin is going to go after that as that goes behind the net. Edwards going up for Team USA. She'll dump that down as it goes off a stick. And Claire Thompson picked that up. However, that doesn't... Actually, I guess they ruled it didn't go off a stick because they're calling that icing against Team USA. Claire Thompson shot from the point. Oh my goodness, that's going to go off a couple sticks. Really, really close chance there. As Sophie Jacques, good chance there for Canada. And Fillier was looking for possession behind the net, but they're battling on the sidewall for it now. Fillier has it. Been very, very good for Canada. Puts it up for Claire Thompson. Thompson puts that across. That goes down low. And Watts will put that up, but missed by the defenseman there. That's going to be Thompson picking it up for Canada. Sorry, I said Jacques. I guess it's Jake's. Sorry, because usually that's French, so usually it's Jacques, but it's Jake's. I knew I'd be mispronouncing some names. Good shot there for Sophie Jakes. And Fillier was looking for the deflection in front. Couldn't quite get it. And Canada gets a chance there. Shot from the slot. Glove save by the American goaltender there. As Malte was getting in there trying to stir up havoc. Malte is such a shit disturber. And Sarah Nurse will be taking the draw with Jenner and Malte with her. Kind of battling, but the States would eventually come out with the puck there. Getting pressured in the corner. And the States will get that out as they make their breakout. And Shelton went to dump that in, and it went off a stick and into the audience. Oh, there you go. Canadian gold medalist for Canada in freestyle moguls. Kingsbury there. And the States dump that down. And Shelton's battling for it. The States try to get a chance towards the net, and they save by Desbian. That goes behind. Fast going after it. Turnbull battling down low. Shelton offering support. As that'll go down. Renata Fast is going to be battling there for Canada. Turnbull offering support. Now Ella Shelton's going to get involved. As Canada will get this out. As Laura Stacey tries to, but she can't. American defender gets it, tries to put that towards the net, but there's nobody there. Laura Stacey picking it up for Canada. And Foss goes down there to try to help out in support there. And the Americans will get that out into neutral ice. And a really textbook play there by LaRocque. Americans breaking that out. Getting into neutral ice, and that'll get dumped down. Americans try to redo that breakout there as Canada chopped off the first one. Open ice hit for Canada. And Canada now putting this down low. And Sophie Jakes going after it. Going to get help from Sarah Fillier, who gets down there. Sarah Nurse supporting here as the Americans take it behind their net. Americans looking for the breakout into neutral ice, but this will get picked up by Claire Thompson, and she'll go down with it. Thompson going towards the net, cutting in front, and a save by the American goaltender. Still a 1-0 game for Canada. And I was about to say the other things, like shot count and whatnot, but they got rid of the ticker. Yes, LaRocque played that textbook. The rule is, if you're a defenseman, eyes on their chest. Their stick, the puck can go anywhere you want. They can't go anywhere without their chest. Eyes on the chest, not the puck. States putting that down. Shelton going after it. They try to put that out back in front, and Desbian makes a save, and it goes behind the net. Close chance there for the Americans, but that gets kept out. And Shelton battling for it. And the Americans trying to get that there. And Renata Fast puts that up to the sidewall. States have it at the point. Edwards put that down low for Team USA. We'll put that back up to the point. Cross for Edwards. Edwards shot towards the net. Some traffic in front, but it's not going to make it there as it goes behind the net. The States hold on to it, though. Foss picks that up there. She's going to flip that high in the air, and it at least gets over the blue line. And the U.S. will get their zone entry once again. Goes off this paddle of Desbian into the corner. Edwards has it again at the point for the Americans. To the side, the Americans starting to get some pressure here. Into the slot, that gets shot and saved off of somebody's foot. That goes across. Americans have that at the point. They go down the side wall. Approaching the net, the shot, and that's going to be a loose puck, and Canada will get that out. And they'll go to ice it down, but there will be no icing as it's on the goaltender. Good defensive play here. Canada was at least able to change 3 of their players. I think all 3 forwards are able to get a change. Those defensemen still got to be tired, though. Ella Shelton tries to get this out. It's a slow puck. It doesn't make it past the blue line. Team USA really getting some pressure. Nice save by Desbian, and she'll cover that. And allow the Canadian defenseman to change. There's 47.6 seconds left in the second period. Canada 1-0. Shot count 20-20. Really close game here. Both teams been given some great chances. Canada so far the only team who has capitalized on any of them. Battle low in the Canadian zone. And Laura Stacy will dump that down as Turnbull goes after it. USA rims that around the corner for Claire Thompson. Shot towards the net, goes off. A skate doesn't make it there. Turnbull has that again. Shot towards the net. Doesn't get there. Emily Clark's going to go after it. That's picked up by Laura Stacy. Stacy puts that towards the net. Really good job pressuring. And that'll get Canada an offensive zone face-off with 16 and a half seconds left in the second period. Face off there. Canada will win that. Goes up towards the point and deflection. It just barely goes wide. Emily Clark nearly gets her first of the game. And that goes down low. Fillier with it. Tries to put that towards the net. Watts battling in there for Canada as the time expires. 1-0 Canada going into the second intermission. Now I do have another phone call I'll have to make, so I will be back in a little bit here. folks.
You know, Layla Edwards beat her block aside in the round robin. Not tonight. Not tonight. Yeah, I have to say, Andy, there were a lot of USA chants here in the first period, in that first intermission. The crowd has gone pretty silent here. Yeah, well, big save, she'll silence that crowd really year in the PWHL. But yeah, I mean, do you think the Americans are looking a little nervous? We heard Cheryl Carpenter say Alex Carpenter was upset in that first period, even when it came to faceoffs. She tossed her gloves aside and got some new ones. What are you sensing? Yeah, I do think there was a bit of nervous energy from Team USA on the bench. I mean, mentioned in the first intermission how Canada's coming to the bench and other hands are going to see a line change here. And everyone's looking around fully as a unit here. And they're also showing their youth as well. I don't even necessarily think that it's just nerves, but showing their youth. I think they elected to go with the younger team. We know that. I think it's starting to show. I mean, it's the penalties. It's the too many players on the ice to start the game. It's the Joy Dune penalty. It's the Layla Edwards on the check as well. I mean, it's see Kristen O'Neill coming and attacking. I know speed on, so it's just nervous energy, but working mistakes as well. Facing some adversity for the first time, and it's coming in the goal that Trish O'Neill. Is she pumped to see her daughter score the Olympics in the Olympic presented by wondering about something? Olympic.ca. See.
Tells a story. As you take the journey to be indigenous to love. Just need to love stories. Why? Turn. Doesn't start in the spotlight. Starts on local trails after school. Basements or dreams echo. Or another changes happen. Very well.
How we doing, folks? Let's see. We got 22 people in the chat. How many likes do we got? Let me see here. Got 8 likes. Sweet. Can we get it up to 10? I think we certainly can. Also, if you guys have not already, make sure you guys join our Discord, which is just the pinned comment in the live chat, as that is where you'll learn about whenever we're live streaming. That always goes up in there. There's big Olympic chat, all sorts of stuff. Make sure you guys join up.
Right now, Canadians are going for it. Some of us are doing it. Some of us, and some of us are doing it. Some of us are
Is the men's in the gold? So tomorrow the game will be live streaming. Is the men's semifinal, Canada versus Finland. If Canada wins that game, they go on to the gold medal to face either Slovakia or the United States. If they lose that game, they will go to the bronze medal game to face either the United States or Slovakia.
Day 13, 7, 5, 10, 2 on the phone. 2 conceded. One of them 2002 figure skating. Also, champion. They brought you by Bowie, the Canadian. Cassie Sharp, two-time Olympic medalist in half pipe. That was Pyeongchang, silver in Beijing. Took some time off. She is back in competition, but this is a scary crash. So she was sitting in second after her first run. She was down. This is a scary sight. Big silence everywhere. She's had concussion problems. Good news is that she's getting stretched off. She gives every sharp. What a woman. Such an excellent sense of humor. Wishing her all the best. It's currently semifinal 2-1. They have the hand. We'll get to women figure skating. Come on. Olympic present by women. Justin O'Neill getting that short-handed goal to start the second. Still stands. Canada. Only
It's the conflict. Show that we going to work today. I don't know if you know. This is HR teacher. I don't know. It's women just instrumental no sound. See? So you want to know. This isn't.
just pay attention to how this relationship just
On CBC Gem. First sign, that's your signal. Affects first signs helps to reduce symptoms of sore throat, cough, headache, and fatigue. All deserve. That's why there's an SCBW for Canada. It's time for us. Choose to stand up as our most equally fine, strong, and
Here, one second. I'm just gonna grab something.
let's talk about vaccination now with it.
Fighting from protect you from, but I'm not 20. Okay, talk to your healthcare provider.
Decisions come in two flavors. Smart and the kind you pretend you never make. Introducing Introducing your girlfriend's dad to your kitchen table. No. Now refreshing and smart. Permission to trade. Smart. You don't get tattooed without checking the smart. Not smart. It's smart. Start investing with $10 with Go Smart. RBC Direct Investment. Thank you for joining us here on CBC's Welcome you guys to Julia Arena. We know the United States are going to press Caroline Harvey on the break street of the Olympics and scoring in this one. Even tonight, she's able to create space in that slot area because there is confusion. Defenders jump into the offensive zone, but she's one that can manipulate. She can make things bigger, smaller, so Canada to keep it up, especially with the Americans pressing out.
Here we go. Face off. And the third period of the gold medal game in women's hockey is underway. Battle in the corner there, down in the Canadian zone. As Ella Shelton will pick that up. She'll dump that down. Laura Stacey going after it. However, that's going to be icing against Canada. Got 20 people in the chat. Make sure you guys leave a like. Let's get up to 10 likes. Also, if you guys haven't, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the live chat to our Discord server where we discuss all things sports. Check it out. And the U.S. with a shot from the point. Desbienne goes down. Dangerous chance there. And she does get her stick back, it looks like. And scared me a little bit there. Chance for the Americans. Battling down low. And the Americans put it up to the point. And they put that onto the side there. And Emily Clark puts that around. And Laura Stacey will pick that up for Canada. She'll kind of dump it down there. Will most likely be icing again against Canada. That's fine. Do what you gotta do. And Turnbull is taking the draw for Canada. She'll win that back. Stacey puts that over for Ella Shelton. Shelton puts that up the sidewall. That'll go all the way down. This is going to get blown off, though. And the Americans will put this up into neutral ice where they'll enter the zone. Hillary Knight goes around the side, tries to put that towards the net, but there's nobody else there, so Desbienne will simply make the cover. This will be... Damn. Somebody left a dislike. Ouch. Probably an American. States put that down. They get a chance close in front, and they try to get it, but the Canadians strip them of the puck. As Mary Poulin is going through, taking a couple slashes in the hands. There will be no call there, though, as that goes into the American zone. Americans pick that up pretty much right away, though, and they'll dump that all the way down the ice. Desbienne plays that behind the net. A dangerous chance there. A little bit too close there. Almost played that straight to the American player, as Desbienne was not in her net. And the U.S. look for a chance there, but they don't connect on their one-timer. Fillier getting over the red line, and Canada will go for a change. And there'll be Ella Shelton out there for Canada, picking that up, putting that onto the sidewall. Jenner puts that up. Sarah Nurse going after it. The Americans with it in neutral ice. Shots are 21 apiece. 17.5 minutes left in the third period. And Canada puts that center ice, and that'll get dumped back down. Desbienne stopped that behind her net. Puts that over for Ella Shelton. Shelton with people pressuring her. Nurse in there as a support. And puck goes loose. And that'll be Renata Foss picking it up, skating there for Canada. Onto the side there. Jenner with a shot. Chance, and a close chance for Canada. He's using the American defenseman as a screen there and got a good chance there. Good job there for Canada. Canadians picking that up. Cycling that kind of in their own zone to get possession of it. Renata Foss puts that up for Emily Clark. Clark then drops that for Erin Ambrose, who puts that up for Turnbull, who tries to get that over the blue line. She does. The Americans will now take it. And Taylor Heisey throws that down. And battling in the zone. And they put that out. all the way down the ice. And they're going to call this icing against Canada. Yeah, it looked like they weren't going to call that icing there, but they did. Oh, close chance there for the Americans, but Claire Thompson stopped that. So we're going to get a face-off here in the American zone. Got 23 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. Make sure you guys subscribe if you haven't already. Face off at center ice here. Oh, I guess they must have said it was an unjust icing called, so whenever they do that, they'll do face off at center. Canadians pick that up. Ella Shelton has it. She'll try to put that up. Goes off an American sticking out of bounds. Into the bench. Or, no, into the little area between the benches where they have the broadcast. Face off at center once again. We're getting a little bit of badgering on the side here. That's Emma Malte, who's always in the center of controversy. Americans pick that up. They'll make a pass through the neutral zone. Ella Shelton misses that as that goes into the corner. She'll battle for it, and Sarah Nurse in there helping. She'll dish that onto the other side, and Sophie Jakes can pick that up and put that up the wall. Brianne Jenner gets that out, and the Americans will have to regroup in the neutral zone. They'll throw that down deep. Desbian tries to stop it, doesn't get it, though, as Jakes is battling in the corner. The Americans put that up to the point, and we'll kind of blow a tire there as that gets dumped out. What are you doing? Oh, nice. Americans have that behind their own net. This is very stressful, I agree. Americans pick that up. Moving through center. They're driving wide. They're going to shoot. That's going to be wide. And Turnbull is going to try to get the breakout here for Canada. That gets intercepted, though, and the Americans turn that around before Canada picks that back. Jakes loses that. Now the Americans are back in there. They'll get a chance there, close to the slot, but they can't get the shot off. And Canada will get this over the blue. Renata Fost going to flip that into neutral ice. Americans take possession there. Will going to lose there, though, is Jocelyn Larocque. Will pick that up for Canada. Puts that around the sidewall. And Daryl Watts will put that all the way down. Fillier hustling hard, beats out the icing. And kind of crashes into the boards there, but a really good job for Fillier to beat out the icing. And it looks like she kind of gets a little roughed up as she kind of crashed hard into the boards there, blew a tire. And the Americans will now go down. I thought that was offside, I'm not going to lie. The Americans get a shot towards the net. Goes off the paddle of Desbienne into the glass there. As Canada moves out. Turnbull skating through. She gets checked. She'll lose possession. 14 minutes and 20 seconds left in the third period. Shots are 22 apiece. 1-0 Canada. States try to jump that in. And Claire Thompson playing really strong on her feet. Doing well there. And the Americans will pick that up. They're looking for an option near center of the ice. Canada not really giving much to them. Laura Stacey will get a shot. And a good save by Desbienne. States trying to get something going. Certainly have gotten some good chances. Haven't connected yet. So going back to 1998, the U.S. won gold there, and they won in 2018. Every other time has been Canada. Canada won the last gold medal. However, Canada, the underdogs in this game, as the States have won the last 7 meetings between these two teams. However, it is 1-0 Canada. Battling in the Canadian zone there on the side. They'll try to get that out, but the Americans keep it at the blue line. They'll dump that down. Americans have that behind the net. They'll put that up to the point. Shot towards the net. That will get blocked, though, because they were trying to screen, but it won't make it to the net because of it. And they'll put that aside. Desbienne stops that behind her net as the Americans dump that in. And the Americans will then take possession. Shot from the slot, and that'll get off a skate into the corner as the Americans keep it. And there'll be another shot towards the net, but that'll go wide. Americans starting to fire pretty much everything they can, as they got to get one past Desbienne. Americans have that at the point. Canada trying to pressure as Watts goes up there. And U.S. has that moving through center, getting a little bit of pressure at the blue line. Not enough for them to be able to get a shot off, as the Canadians need to get this puck out. Watts with it. She'll put that behind for Ella Shelton. Shelton going to put that off the glass, bouncing puck, and they're going to get this over the blue. And we got a little bit of a shoving match there, as Watts will skate after it. She has that in the American zone. She doesn't have much support, though, as Canadians were going for a line change. And Poulin tries to get that low. Canadians now. Sophie Jakes over to Ambrose. Shot towards the net, and that's going to go into the corner. Got to be careful there, as there was a lot of shit pushing and shoving in front of the net. Reminder, double IHF rules. Their goalie interference is very, very sensitive. Malte puts that up. Sophie Jakes puts that one wide over the net. And I believe this will be a face-off inside. What kind of injury did Crosby suffer? I'm not sure. I think it was something knee-related. He needed an MRI done, I'll put it that way. And this will go all the way down as Claire Thompson picks that up. Sophie Jakes tries to help her out, but that'll go back for Thompson. Thompson puts that up the sidewall. And Canada will try to get that up, but Malte doesn't get it. Sophie Jakes going after it in the corner. The Americans pick it up. They'll try to cycle down low, and they will. Behind the net, they try to feed out in front, but they can't get it there. Americans constantly have a player in front. Right as that pass is coming, though, the stick lift by Team Canada. Really, really clutch defensive plays. Got 37 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you haven't already, leave a like on the stream. And if you're looking to chat more Olympics, sports, any of that, click the Discord link as the pinned comment in the live chat. 11 minutes left in the third period. Shots are 25-23 in favor of Team USA. Laura Stacey on the sidewall. Puts that around. Ella Shelton, she'll lose that in the corner as the Americans pressuring towards the net. They have that behind. As Team Canada trying to get that out. Laura Stacey will try to get that over the blue. Are they ruling that offside? Or is this a penalty? I think this was offside, because I thought they kept it in, but I guess maybe they were a little bit out. So let's see here. This will be offside against the Americans, yeah. Okay. So Team USA, slap shot, they'll dump that down. And Sophie Jakes goes after that. Turnbull on the sidewall to try to help Canada get this out of the zone. The Americans pressuring quite a bit. And Marie-Philippe Poulin helping out there for Canada. We'll put that up there, and this will go up and out of play. And the face-off will be in the Canadian zone. It was Team Canada who put that out of play. Got 9 likes. Thank you guys so much. We got the extra one. Whoever that was, thank you. 10:25 left in the third period. Gold medal game. Canada wins the draw. Renata Fost with it behind. She'll put that back for Ella Shelton. Shelton logging a lot of minutes in this game. They'll put that down. It'll go off a stick, so no icing here. As Canada goes after it. Brianne Jenner going there, but the States will pick it up, and they'll put that up the wall. Renata Fost going to dump that down. And the Americans will pick that up with not much pressure from Canada. Canada kind of sitting back playing a little bit of trap hockey now. Exactly. Just playing very defensively now. Hillary Knight moving in for the States. That'll go off the paddle of Desbienne into the glass there. Turnbull picks that up. And LaRocque taken out there on the side wall. And U.S. will get it. They have it at the point. They'll put that across. United States take a shot. Nice block by Laura Stacey as she lays out to prevent that getting to the net. Stacey gonna flip that out. Canada playing really conservative. And this will go all the way down. This will be icing, though, against Canada. Oh, yeah. So she looks like she took that shot in her right hand. So that's going to hurt. Got 10 likes. Thank you guys so much. 43 people in the live chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in to this gold medal game. This goes onto the side. U.S. has it at the point. Slap shot towards the net, and that's going to go wide. And the States put that down. Behind the net. Moving onto the side. Putting that back into the corner. Team USA going all offense right now. And Turnbull's going to pick this up. Tries to put that for Laura Stacey, but she'll miss it. And the Americans will turn around. They'll dump that down low. And... oh, are they calling this offside? I didn't realize that because I didn't see the delayed offside because... 8 minutes and 40 seconds left in the third period. The Americans dump that down. Clara Thompson puts that onto the side. Daryl Watts picks that up, and Canada will get that out. And the States will go for the dump in once again. Clara Thompson over for Poulin, and Poulin will flip that down as the States will regroup. And Sarah Nurse out there now for Canada. Canada getting that out of their zone now. 8 minutes left in the third. They'll put that down low. Desbienne will stop that. Give that for her defenseman. Ella Shelton has it. Greetings from Berks Falls, Ontario. Canada go, Canada go. Hell yeah. Welcome all Canadian, American, and international viewers to the live stream. I'm from Winnipeg, Manitoba, Canada. Ella Shelton going to put that all the way down the ice. However, they'll break down the ice. A good job by Malte. As she'll do a wraparound and really dig at that until the whistle goes. Emma Malte playing until the whistle. She has been Canada's resident shit disturber. She beats out the icing, and she jams it right into the goaltender there, getting an offensive zone face-off for Canada. Fantastic job by Malte. And this is what Canada needs. They've been in their own zone too much. And this will go back to the point. And the whistle's blown. And Turnbull is a little confused on why this is happening. I'm not going to lie, I'm a little confused as well. But 7.5 minutes left in the third. Shots are 26-25 for Canada. And draw will happen, and the States will pick that up. And Turnbull will go after that. Laura Stacey going to give some light pressure there on the side. That goes into neutral ice. And LaRocque is going to try to make sure that doesn't go in, but it does. And Canada will flip this out into the neutral zone. The Americans put that down. Desbienne behind her net to play it. Very careful with where she put that. As Clark takes a little bit of a hit on the side wall as that gets put down behind. This game is starting to get chippy. Well, actually, it's starting to get chippier. It's already been chippy. And LaRocque with Stacey in support. That goes up to the point for the States. At the blue line, they're trying to cause traffic in front. There's going to be a shot towards the net, and that's going to go wide. And Turnbull going to pick that up and get this out of the zone. And there's a big play over on Stacey. The Canadian bench is not happy. And a hit from behind, right behind by the Americans. And this is going to be a penalty. Oh boy. A dangerous hit behind the net as Canada is hit completely in the numbers. And the U.S. is going to go to the box. I mean, that's one of the things. They were trying to let him play, but Aaron Ambrose gets absolutely steamrolled from behind the net. So there's no choice on the official but to call that. As she is down, she is not moving. This... Oh, I am concerned for her here. That is a dangerous hit to take. So initially, yeah, Laura Stacey kind of flops a little bit there. And a dangerous hit on Ambrose. Hey, Cap, what's up? Okay. Yeah. I'm concerned with the 2 floor levels. I didn't really concern more about the stairs themselves. Yep. All right. All right, take care, man. Bye-bye. Okay, so there's going to be a minor penalty here, I believe, for boarding. They originally called it a 5-minute major, but that's just so they can review it. And they determined that this will be a 2-minute minor. And Aaron Ambrose is now out of this game from injury. I'm not going to lie, I would have given 4 for boarding. That was pretty egregious, but it is what it is. At the end of the day, Canada comes out of this with a power play. And I do understand in the gold medal game, they're going to be extremely hesitant to give out a 5-minute major. I'm not saying I necessarily agree with it. I'm saying I understand it. And Canada now battling behind their own net. 6 minutes left in the third period here. And Renata Fast. Set down. Fillier is going to dump that down low. And right behind the net, she'll pick it up. And the States will dump that all the way down. Let me see where. And Foss puts that up the side wall. She kind of gets hit a little bit here as Canada enters the zone. Clark with a shot there. And Brianne Jenner has it. Up to the point here. Shelton onto the side for Sophie Jakes. And this will go over the blue. Minute left in the power play here. And Sophie Jakes will put this down. Canada pressuring. Ella Shelton tried to stop that at the blue, but she couldn't. And Canada has this. As they'll make a zone entry here. They'll put that down low, and this will get picked up by the American goaltender. So there'll be an offensive zone face-off. 35 seconds left in the power play. Shots are 27-25 with 4:58 left in this game in the third period. Only a 1-goal game, though, so... Got 51 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. If you guys haven't already, make sure you guys subscribe to the channel. You'll see all of our coverage. We're covering the Canada-Finland men's game tomorrow, as well as the gold and bronze medal game, whoever is playing in those. For the men's, that is. Puts that down low. Marie-Philippe Poulin tries to put that on the side. Fost has it. She'll drop that low for Watts. Watts for Shelton. And Fillier puts that over for Fost. Fillier. Back. Close chance there from Marie-Philippe Poulin, and she'll miss that wide. And just a few seconds left in the power play, with 4.5 minutes left in the third period. And the power play ends for Canada. Didn't end up scoring, but didn't give up a shorthanded goal the way the United States did, as that was the #1 goal there. It was a pretty conservative power play there. And the Americans will pick that up, but that gets intercepted by Team Canada. Clark puts that back for Laura Stacey. Stacey gets hit on the boards there. And the Americans try to put that up, and that gets intercepted. To the point. Sophie Jakes shot towards the net, and the goalie's way out of the net, but they couldn't get it. And there was a collision behind the play. And Sophie Jakes now has that for Canada. And oh my goodness, this game is starting to get dangerous, as there is a hip check there on Sophie Jakes. The bodies are starting to fly. Thoughts on Scheif being snubbed from Team Canada? I'm not happy about that. But I'm hoping for Team Canada. 3.5 minutes left in the third period. The United States has it. Moving through center. They're going to dump that down. And Fass goes after it. And Canada now just has to get this puck over the blue every time they can. And they'll put that down. And Malte has it. With the puck down low. Just trying to hold on to it. Just killing that clock a little bit. Over for Poulin. Onto the side wall. Shot for Canada. And a close chance there. Campbell throws that towards the net. And Fillier going to put that low for Canada. Canada now getting some offense here. Poulin dumps that down. Across. Over. Chance for Sheldon, but she'll fan on it. But Canada keeps possession. And Claire Thompson gets it, and that goes back for Shelton. 2.5 minutes left in this game. Canada trying to put a little bit of offense, stay out of their own. But the U.S. will pick it up, and they're going down. The United States going down the side. And both teams battling behind the net here in the Canadian zone. And there's going to be... This gets blown... They blew that whistle really quick. Really? And we are going to commercial break. Oh, my God. With almost no time left. 2.5... Well, I shouldn't say almost no time left. 2.5 minutes. You can do a lot in 2.5 minutes. There's 2.5 minutes left in this game. We got 58 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. 12 likes. Look at you guys. You guys are fantastic. And thank you guys so much for your guys' continued support. We got another subscriber. Sweet. If you guys are looking for any sports group chats, that type of stuff, make sure you guys join our Discord. Link in the live chat where we discuss all things Olympics, NHL hockey, CFL football. It's all there. Is this the gold medal game? Yes, this is for the women's. This is the women's gold medal game. The men's gold medal game is on Sunday. But Canada was the underdog in this game. As the last 7 meetings, the Americans had won. And it's now the one that matters most in Canada. Just a 1-goal lead. They have to hold on. Who got the goal? That was O'Neill who got the goal. Kristen O'Neill with the only goal here for Canada, and it was shorthanded. 2:23 remaining. U.S. wins the draw in the Canadian zone. They'll put that down low. Shelton goes after it, but the Americans will get it on the side wall. They'll put that down in the corner. U.S. looking for passing options here. They'll put that up to the blue line. They'll put that across. They got bodies in front of the net. They're trying, and they score. The Americans tie the game. With 2:04 left in the third period, we have a 1-1 game. Fuck. 2:04 left in the third period. 1-1. As a shot from the point, Desbian can't see it, and I think it's Hillary Knight gets her stick on this. Yup. Hillary Knight scores for the United States to tie this at 1. With just over 2 minutes left in the third period. The U.S. has it. In neutral ice, they'll dump it down low. Jocelyn Rock goes after it. The Americans are pressuring. They got the momentum now. Thompson going to put that around. States try to keep that in. They're going to try to do it again if they can. And Canada picks that up. Marie-Philippe Poulin going down for Canada. Backhand pass across. For Watch, she'll try to put that for Fillier, but she misses it. And now the Americans are going down. U.S. going down. We'll do a bit of a drop pass there. And Darryl Watts will flip that out, and Canada will go for a change. Minute 20 left in this third period. U.S. take the zone. They're going to dump that down low. Ella Shelton goes after it. She'll put that up the side wall. And this game could not get any closer. Last minute of play in the third period of the gold medal game, and it'll be icing against Canada. Damn. My son lives in Canada. I'm still in the States. Come on, Canada. Come on, Canada, indeed. $14 likes on the stream. Thank you guys so much. And subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Face-off in the Canadian zone. Scrum. And the Americans will get it, and they'll shoot it, and it'll go wide. And on the side wall there, Canada has it. And kind of pressing that against the wall. Almost looks like they're trying to kill time. They got to be careful here, though. This is a tie game. And the States put that towards the net, but that'll get blocked, and it'll go out. The United States is being going offense. They'll try to throw a hit, but they'll miss it. And Canada getting pressured on the side. They'll throw that down, but that gets intercepted by the American defender. And 20 seconds left in the third period. Shots 29-27 for Team Canada. The United States in the corner. Ella Shelton battling for it. Losing that. That goes up into a dangerous spot in front. And a nice save by Desbienne. With 9.5 seconds left. Really clutch save for Desbienne. Such an intense game. Crowd is thunderous over in Milano Cortina. Rakana Fast gets that out for Laura Stacy. Laura Stacy, with just about 3 seconds left, takes the shot all the way down. And we are going to overtime. Got 54 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We appreciate your continued support. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Canada versus Finland, the men's semifinal. As McDavid and company are hoping to get to the gold medal game. You just know Trump going to tweet something stupid if we lose. Oh, I know he's going to tweet something stupid if we win or if we lose. Tweeting stupid things is what he does. Actually, he probably tweets something stupid if we win as well. Yeah, there you go. I'm glad he gets it. I'm glad he gets it. I think the common denominator is the stupid tweet. Are you going to stream the gold or bronze game? I will stream both gold and bronze medal games for men's hockey on Sunday. Or unless they do the bronze on Saturday. I'm not sure how they're doing it. I know the gold medal game's on Sunday. That I do know. I think it's like 7 in the morning, whatever it is. I don't care what time it is. If it's 5 in the morning, I'm still doing it.
There's a semi-final curling game.
Why did I even get my hair trimmed today? I feel like I'm pulling it all out right now.
I know.
Like,
It's very stressful.
This is very stressful.
On the other channel,
Yeah?
Team Canada's playing Norway curling men's in a semi-final game. We're up by 1 going into the 9th end with last round.
There we go.
Our skip made a really good
Like
shot.
with hammer?
We have hammer, yeah.
Sweet.
But Jacobs made a beautiful shot for his last shot because it was right after.
I kind of want Canada to win. I want Canada to win curling. Like, I always want them to win curling, but I want them to win curling just to piss people off, kind of, at this point.
Yeah, but if I had to pick, it'd be this game.
Yeah, that's fair.
I want Captain.
Oh, I know. Hey! 2490 subscribers. Thank you guys so much for subscribing to the channel. We appreciate your support. As we anticipate overtime coming up.
2:04 left in the game here, and Franco already on the bench for the extra attacker. We are going to OT.
Oh.
Sometimes two countries have been battle at the Olympics. This is
So I could be wrong. I'm pretty sure gold medal game is always like 5-on-5 OT, like continuous overtime.
script going to overtime for Team USA any better because Hillary Knight now becomes the all-time goal leader for Team USA at the Olympic Games.
Yeah. Hillary Knight now the all-time goal leader for Team USA at the Olympics.
USA had the extra person.
Not as good as the GOAT, Marie-Philippe Poulin. I'm glad we're doing well in curling, at least. Yes.
Felt the momentum.
I to be fair, I expect Canada to do well in curling. You know.
A zone for about at least 3/4 of that period. They continue to press. Megan Keller. She settled the U.S. down. She makes this play over to Layla Edwards, who just makes a shot into three shots that the Canadians have in that third period. Not this one, but again, just kind of seemed to calm things down there. What a tip by the story. It continues. And this is the stage for who right your Canadian fan. This is the stage for. Yeah, Marie-Philippe Poulin, she's the GOAT. She's the most clutch athlete in the world. But listen, I had to sit down with Hillary Knight in Cleveland in November, and I asked her, like, you've been playing for so long, you've met these moments so many times. What keeps you coming back here? You hit the Olympics and just feel face. I want to win. I will do anything it takes to win. And we just saw this right here. Claire, you said it. You really could not script this any better if you're looking for a good game. And she's hurt as well. She's playing hurt as well. We know that. Okay, so when it comes to goaltending, Erin Frankel, that's Team USA's goalie. She stopped 28 of 29 shots. She faced 9 shots in the third period. But it seems like the Canadians have let off a little bit. But how is she keeping her focus? I mean, I thought Erin Frankel was the Americans' best player in the first 2 periods. There was no doubt about that. And she's playing in her first tournament at she is so and she has really been challenging Renee Davies until goaltender. She's so active. She's dynamic. She's a smaller goaltender, which means she has to be perfect in positioning and technique, and she does it after night. Erin Frankel has been unbelievable at this game. You know, Jill Saulnier told me she plays for the Boston Fleet in the PWHL. She said, listen, anytime I get an opportunity to have a conversation with Erin Frankel, I come out of it better. That's the type of person she is. She's been tremendous. She allowed that one goal, and then she has really shut the door for the American. So we see defender Erin Ambrose for Canada. She left the game briefly. She was back on the bench to end that period.
Well, they're saying Erin Ambrose came back on the bench after taking the hit from behind.
No, actually, I don't. I think if they're egregious enough, I think this was the call by the officials. It's great to see that Erin. You know, it's interesting. I thought maybe it was going to be because she left the game. Sometimes the injury dictates the call. But I think this was two players back, shoulder to shoulder, distance from the ball. Do you just think this is a play that we've been seeing a lot in with hockey as there's been this introduction of more contact in the game? Is just that gray area when you're like 3 to 5 feet from the boards? I think players are still trying to figure out like when it's safe to lay the hit. I really do think when you see the numbers, she got to back off. I don't think it was a 5-minute major, but I still don't like the hit. That's why she got caught. So the Canadians, they took their foot off the gas pedal after Kristen O'Neill scored that shorthanded goal. Right now, put yourself in the dressing room. What's the message? What does the mindset need to be heading into 3-on-3 overtime? Well,
it's 3-on-3 overtime. I thought for the gold medal game it was 5-on-5. Oh boy, rank your order of preference: Jet Stanley Cup, Olympic gold medal, men's, or Blue Bomber Grey Cup. Olympic gold medal, number 1. Jet Stanley Cup, number 2. Bombers Grey Cup, number 3. And I love it. Well, and I'll tell you why. Firstly, Olympic gold, easily. For the nation, you know what I mean? And the other thing is that, like, I've gotten so used to, Canadian teams never win Stanley Cup. I don't know. It's just whatever, you know what I mean? If we lost to the United States in the gold medal game, I would never hear the end of it till the day I die. And that would be really, really crushing. especially now. Like this is one of those things where now more than ever, the thought of even potentially losing to the States is so disgusting to me. Like for like men's hockey, that I'm just like I don't want to. No. Um. The For Jets Stanley Cup, it's because I've never seen the Jets win a Stanley Cup. I used to really be a big fan of the Detroit Red Wings before the Jets came back. Saw it, but I was so young, I barely remember anything. Like, I remember meeting Darren Helm with the Stanley Cup because he brought it to Winnipeg after they won in 2008. But I was really, really young, really young, so I don't really remember much. So there would probably be that. Bombers Grey Cup, I've already seen it twice, and it was a great time. I would love for them to win another Grey Cup, but it's just not as much of a priority as the other two things you mentioned, because Olympic gold is always priority number one, and then Stanley Cup is is a bigger priority because I haven't seen the Jets do it. If the Jets went on like a Tampa Bay Lightning run, maybe my answer would be different. I don't know, but that's kind of where I'm at. Just interviewing Emily Clark right now. Women's hockey is easily the best women's sport to watch. It's just fucking great. Like, man, I could not care about the WNBA, but PWHL is so much fun. I don't follow PWHL like a ton. I actually really want to start looking into it more because it just looks like so much fun. I want the Jets to win the cup too. Me too. Although, if I had a choice, Jets win the cup this year or Canada wins the Olympic gold, I gotta go Canada with the Olympic gold. Jets winning the cup this year. Yeah, I don't think about them winning the cup this year. I just mean in general, I'd like to see them win the cup at some point. Not saying this year though, because I don't see that being likely. Please, that would be amazing. That would be fun. That would. We're showing some curling right now. Canada beating Sweden 3-2. Jets are going to win the cup within the next 5 years. That would be pretty awesome. 1919 E-dubs, as well as Echo the Sky Kid. You guys should join our Discord. Link in the live chat, the pinned comment. That's where we like discuss all things sports. It seems like you guys are big sports fans. Would have good discussions, so join up.
Semifinal winner plays for gold. Loser this week goes to play for bronze. This was nice for line, really nice for weight. That was exactly the call. So getting that stone into the back cut. much as they don't want to steal your team from time to time, you'd rather take one. Tied with them, tied with the last round, last stand. Close to 90%. So Skipstone still come here in ninth. The other semi-final, Great Britain took 2 on Switzerland to have a 1-point lead as they head to the ninth end. Switzerland, can they get to that?
I imagine that this will switch back to the hockey game after once it gets to overtime. So Switzerland beat Sweden in the women's bronze medal game.
Watching us on CBC, very shortly.
That's our bonus coverage of That's our bonus coverage of Canada-Norway. You can continue watching on CBC Gem TSN. Beginning of the 2022 Olympics is 3-on-3, 20 minutes of OT. That's what we are heading to now.
3-on-3, 20-minute overtime.
These fans are ready.
Yeah, okay.
History unfolds in Milan here tonight. 13 times Canada saying these gold medal games have gone to overtime. Each team.
Alrighty. 20-minute 3-on-3 overtime. Man, it's one of those things that I'm mostly concerned about the men's gold medal, but man, seeing how close these women are, I really want them to get gold. So it's going to be Laura Stacey, Marie-Philippe Poulin, and Renata Faust. Captain Clutch, this would be a real good time to use your name. And Carpenter's taking the draw for the U.S. Face off, won by the Americans. And the States will take that back. They're going to regroup. They'll pass that on to the side as they move into the offensive zone. And they'll get a shot. It'll get saved by Desbienne. And she's going to play that because, again, you want to keep possession in whenever you can. And so Canada now with possession behind their own net. And the American really going to go to pressure. Laura Stacey going to come out with it, though, as it's Stacey and Poulin. Stacey getting pressured, though. She'll lose that, and the Americans now have it in the offensive. Come on, guys. Goes up to the point. And the States have it in the neutral zone. They'll move in. And now Canada keeps losing possession of the puck, and now the Americans have it again. And they'll skate behind. Getting pressured by Watts. Watts is going to get it out, though. And Watts is going. And she's got Fillier with her. Watts on her own. Ah, and she can't get the shot off. And she got stick checked right before. But Canada will keep possession here as Campbell has it. Oh my God. This is so stressful. And Canada has it. Thompson tries to dump that down. She'll miss it. That goes around. And Sarah Nurse, it goes off her skate. She can't grab it. And the U.S. has it. Edwards going out for the States. She'll go over the blue line. Tries to make a move around. And Thompson pressures her. And then Nurse drops that off for Emma Malte. Malte going in for Canada. And this will be offside against Canada. Damn. As Nurse was a little too quick. Good chance here for Watts. Actually, it looked like she, based on where it looked like she was going to shoot just above the blocker. And that was definitely available, but the stick check there by the Americans prevented that. And the States win the draw. The Americans have that. Goes on to the side there. They'll move through center here. Over the blue line. The States trying to set up. Up to the point. Shot towards the net. And a nice save by Desbienne. And that goes on to the side. And Turnbull tries to grab that. That's going to go back. And Emily Clark has it for Canada. Pass all the way down. And that's going to be for Poulin. Poulin going through. Shot through a screen. And just missed wide. Laura Stacey has it. And the Americans are getting out. But Laura Stacey was able to slow them enough, allowing Poulin to get back for Canada. The U.S. has it in the neutral zone. They're going to try to make a zone entry here. Ella Shelton on defense there. Nice save by Desbienne. And she will hold this. And there will be a face-off in the Canadian zone. Thank you all for tuning in. Overtime for women's hockey, the gold medal game, Canada, USA. Face-off taken here. And Canada wins the draw. And Claire Thompson will get it. She'll put it over for Fillier. Fillier skating down the side. It's a 2-on-1 here for Canada. Fillier going to take the shot. And it's over in front. And she shoots it. Oh, and it's saved by the American goaltender here. Close chance here for Canada. Fillier looked for the pass. Wasn't there. Decided to take the shot. Is there a shootout after overtime? I actually am not sure. To be honest, I would like to check at some point if there's a commercial break. I'm not going to check now, though, because it's just, I'm focused on the task at hand. Renata Fast, going to skate with it a while for Canada. Oh, my goodness. Almost loses it in a dangerous way, but she still has it. Makes it over the blue line. Battling with it. Now the Americans get out. And Hillary Knight going to take a slap shot there. Save by Desbienne. It'll be a face-off in the Canadian zone. There is not. Is it just continuous OT? Or? And they'll put that onto the side. Or Stacey picks it up as Canada had won that draw. The Americans pressuring here, and they'll get it now. At the point. Canada pressuring, though. And the U.S. will keep it, but they'll have to pull out of the zone there. As they regroup behind their own net. The Americans put that all the way down. Canada went for a bit of a change here. Thompson gets beat bad. And the Americans score. Gold medal. And USA will win the women's gold medal. You know what? For Canada being the underdog team in this game, they kept it damn close. The closest game out of the 7 losses they had was a 4-1 loss to the U.S. So 2-1 in overtime made it a lot better. I'll put it this way. I went into this game expecting them to lose. I'm glad they kept it as close as they did. And that they really almost got it. But this has got to suck for all the women that were on the Canadian team that were kind of looking for one last run. So, Canada will finish in women's hockey with the silver medal. Thank you for the play-by-play. I try my best. Make sure you tune in tomorrow for Canada, Finland. So that'll be the Americans team 8th straight international win. This one's gonna sting for Thompson as well. America was playing dirty, geez. Well, but you know what the thing was is that I'm gonna be honest. I was not crazy about Canada's selection of their roster. It seemed like it seemed like they were kind of doing the girls' club. You know what I mean? There was some really, really good young Canadian talent that was not put on this team. And I'm not saying you should do all youth, but it cost them. They took the same roster they did the rivalry series, and this was the result of that. And so I can't say I'm surprised. This does suck, though. Need the men to win. Need the men to win.
Gave themselves a opportunity to right to get back to the
I will say, based on what it looked like this game, the expectation from the U.S. is that they were going to dominate this game and annihilate Team Canada based on the selection, but they kept it damn close and they got really close to winning. I do feel bad for uh, for the Canadians and Marie-Philippe Poulin not getting one more, you know?
On both sides. Team example. You know, she's not out of she's key tonight.
Yeah, bummer. Yeah, this one sucks. But truly self-inflicted. No, it is. It totally is. And that's the thing. Like I'm not blaming the players for Team Canada. I want to make sure that's clear. Like terrible play by Thompson to get walked and a terrible line change. No, that part is true. Thompson got caught puck watching and got beat. The line change was at a really bad time. They did not have enough secure possession. But then again, I can't blame, like, again, my complaint is mostly with Hockey Canada for their selection of this team. Can't blame the players. If you're offered to play on the Olympic team for Team Canada, you say yes.
Tied up, winning overtime. Do you think he's going to go on? They've tried it.
I mean, don't get over it from it, I'll tell you that. But I think in the third period, the amount of time they spent in the defensive zone to get to the
What is the other flag she's because they have American flags, but then they have other random.
so taxing. Just to get just in the offensive zone, get momentum back, and really down the stretch because those minutes are so tough to play. And those like.
Hopefully, we win the men's. Yep.
Something stands up to me. It's a huge missed opportunity. Team, they were up. And just seeing the actions from these players, saw so just the second time, the juxtaposition of what's interesting too.
Was best American team. See, skill, defense were great. And Canada gave them everything gold medal game. But the team came in better as the better team in these Olympics to start, and they're going to use the better team but not by as much as we thought we did, but in the sense after watching them. So they
And you know, we're saying, oh, this is going to be a blowout. The Americans are absolutely dominating this final. We saw this 7-game win streak coming in. We saw the Canadians out to 27 in that rivalry series. So I think that the Canadians have to tie after an incredible effort. take away the Americans' time and space, get in their face. That's what
So what is that flag she's wearing?
took the young off their game. They took away their time. They didn't get to do as much offense. So I do give Canada credit. They did all they could to try to change the narrative about the Americans.
You know, you look at the young players there that are going to get another opportunity, like the Gardners and the Goslings and the Filliers and the Watts, who most likely will get an opportunity in 4 years' time. Remember this feeling. Let this feeling be you. So that in 4 years'
So
time,
after Canada won gold in 2022, the U.S. strike back in 2026.
with my player or leader, and then said, it's time to change that in 2002.
And you can just see that frustration from
So I'm just gonna stay live through the medal ceremony.
Megan Keller and how disappointing this moment is for these Canadians. Claire, a lot of you are going to say that you know exactly.
We do very much appreciate all of your guys' support, though.
You know, your last, our best. That's what we're going to see here. Is a transition, inevitable changing of the guard, both with Canada and the U.S. And as Cassie said, you don't get over this, but you learn. And so if you do look at the Americans as well, and that infusion of the NCAA players with the veterans and Hillary Knight saying this is it, we're done after this. What do you take from that as well and how they were able to...
All right, folks, we're gonna do a bit of a raid, if that's okay with you. I'm gonna put a link to another live stream, and as we're ending this live stream, we're gonna raid this. So when you get in there, either Nolan Hockey Podcast raid or NHP raid. Just type it up in their chat here. So click the link there. NHP raid. Nolan Hockey Podcast raid.
The brakes a little bit here because we have something to say about it. And once again, we see a one-goal game and we see OT. That's the Canadians rising to the occasion when it comes.
Exactly. It's any given day with these teams. I mean, so much skill on both sides, and it's just who shows up.
Waiting to see a comment there. NHP raid. Raid it up, folks.
Was right in this one, just within inches. Obviously, that last moment of the game. So many buttons back here.
Working our way towards the medal ceremony. Meantime, Kyle gets with the hero of the game.
All right, you guys take care. We'll